Alright, what is going on, everyone? My name is James Livingston, and today I am bringing you guys a video here talking about Walmart stock. Today is Thursday, January 25th, 2024, and I really like Walmart stock going into the weekend. I like it going into Friday here, and I want to tell you why. So, as of right now, just looking at Walmart stock, let's go out on the weekly and see exactly what we got going on. As you can see here, if you do have the 20 EMA, 60 EMA, 200 EMA on your screens, we are trending above the 20 EMA on the weekly time frame. So on the broader scope, we are bullish. Same thing on the daily. And the one thing about the daily here is yesterday we did just have a pretty big drop from top to bottom, just a full red day right down to the 20 EMA. Had a lot of bearish pressure, and then today we actually bought that dip up pretty heavily. Started about right here, got dipped down and created almost a double bottom before pushing up and closing near the highs of the day. Just an almost bearish or bullish engulfing off that bearish candle with some comparable volume. RSI is at 60 right now. It really doesn't have, it's got a little more steam in it if it wants, up to like 66 to 70. We've seen it up there before, and I think that could give it the move we want into the gap that we're already kind of filling. And that's the biggest thing here is this gap right here from the previous earnings, gapped it down after it was at all-time highs. And we are filling that back up as we are heading into earnings on the 20th of February, so a month from now. So it's interesting. We might fill this gap up, and then, if everything makes sense, theoretically we should double top and get yet again another gap down on earnings, if in a makes sense world, or obviously we could gap up to new highs. But if market structure works out, we should fill the gap from the previous earnings, and then top out here at 169, and then get the flush back down on this earnings. But either way, the trend right now looks very bullish to me. Excuse me. Again, comparable volume on the day compared to Wednesday, yesterday. In our daily candle here, we really just need to get the push over about 163.64 to really get this puppy moving up back towards the 167 level, at least where we had the low of that previous. I would say arguably this should trend all the way up to about 169, just based on the close gap down. A lot of loose liquidity in this region. But we do need to break out of some key levels first and foremost. So again, we got that 163.64. I want to see that break out with some volume on the daily. Realistically, that's the one we want to see break out on most time frames. Just a 15-minute could do. See right here, looks like 163.39 should get the party moving to that 163.64 level. But yeah, guys, as far as plays and what you could do on this one, just some potential options. I want to also just point out this pattern we had here, which was essentially like an inverse head and shoulders, just on a slant to get rid of some of these lines. You can see we had the clear neckline here where we touched multiple times, broke out of it. Now we're creating a support right on top of it here on this blue line. I'll make it red for you guys. So now on this red line right here, we're making support out of it. So I'm thinking that we're going to get that push here in the next day or so and get that volume to continue ramping as we do look to close the week on just about higher volume too. I'd like to see a full push candle here. I really think this could be a banger here tomorrow on Friday, just to really fill up this weekly candle. But if I was looking at a pullback here, I still do think it needs to have just a small pullback here. I would like to see a full pullback to about the 162 spot. If 162 can pull back, that would be the most ideal low risk entry for me on some options when looking for, probably obviously it's a breakdown of about 161.5. If 161.5 breaks down, I would use that as your stop loss. But 162 would be a great entry point for a very low risk trade, in my opinion. So if you took that, you could ride it up to the breakout of that 163.40. That takes us to 163.64. So on and so forth on the daily, pushing us ultimately into the gap more, all the way up, hopefully to the 166 to 169 area up here. So like I said, it's still got some room here, even the RSI is up there around 60. I think it's got some more room to push. I think volume can really send it. The monthly is looking to also close with a full nice green candle. I would like to see it push up and fill. Even if it pushes up and rejects, I do believe that it would be nice to see this volume get a little heavier. But as far as options, if you wanted to look into some options to play, I was looking at, for short term, I'm going to give you my thesis here on Walmart short term and midterm. So if you want to play the full gap, while I do believe it could happen as soon as tomorrow, I would still get these February 16th calls. You could do the 170s, the 0.27. I know that they're kind of low on the delta, but the theta is also not too bad. It's only at 0.02 compared to 10, and there's 6,000 people kind of interested at this level, and I do believe that we can push as high as 166 to 169. If that would happen, these will easily, in my opinion, double, maybe even triple, to be honest, if we can get into that region. Now, if you want to go even riskier, just with the short time frame that I'm expecting this to happen, you could also go with these 170s here at the February 9th. Because again, I think ultimately once we start moving, that price that we're going to get to is that 166 to 169 region. So even a move like that, I think that these could possibly double, triple, quadruple if they were held to those levels. So tomorrow, now that is you buying it tomorrow, playing it for tomorrow. After tomorrow, you're going to be looking at if there's continuation. If we don't get the move on Friday, will we get the move on Monday? So obviously manage your position at that point, whether you want to get longer dated to survive the weekend theta decay on your contracts, or if you don't mind playing with a little more theta decay in the morning, knowing that these are going to be a little more volatile, the February 9th ones. But either which one, I'm looking at 170 calls. So yeah, that's pretty much my idea here on Walmart. I really like the way it's looking here on the daily. I like that we're entering into that zone. I think that levels to watch on the way up, that we might see a little bit of hesitation before getting the full move out. Obviously that 163.64 is going to be a tough one to break to start the move and continue the move. Then I would say we're looking at about 165 like 20 to be specific. I would say that would be a next spot that we might see hesitation before continuation, and then the low of this daily candle, which I believe was 166.89, so just about, we'll say about 167. So this general spot, this region right here, is going to be an interesting one once we get into it. But I do like Walmart stock. I think I'm going to keep a close eye on this one. I would like that dip down to 162 for the most perfect low risk entry, in my opinion. You could risk that pretty well on those contracts, because it won't yield you more than probably at most a 20% loss. So just manage that along with your decision. But yeah, I like Walmart here. So if you guys like that video, please leave a like, comment down below what you think, any stocks you want looked at in the future, as well as if you're not subscribe to the channel, make sure you do so, because I'm going to be trying to pump out these as much as I can for you guys. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.